So in our case, one of our problem was that I'm talking about my automation team for AP. We had some issues getting all of our files for agents in the same place and having it being reliable. So we built a RHEL server to host the files and built an Ansible playbook to synchronize between OpenShift pods.
And what would you say is the scope of your use case?
I'd say I'm a user of RHEL. Well, like I said, the file server is pretty efficient. The SMB package. Patching is very efficient as well. There's no need to reboot. There's a much more better throughput than on Windows, and it's mandatory for building execution environments for Ansible, and it does that pretty well. Honestly, off the top of my head, oh yes, I do have one. I was about to say I have none, but I do have one. We need to use a specific package for our antivirus from a third party, and it is very complex to automate because we need to change in the boot settings of the machine. And if there was a way to change the boot configuration from inside the machine, just reboot instead of doing it from at the kernel level, it would be very efficient. But that's a very specific use case that's not common and might not even happen in RHEL 10. To enterprise users, I would say 10, and to personal users, I would say 9 use CentOS instead, which is the same thing but open source. Yes, like I said before, with the automation environment, RHEL is very well suited to run the Ansible Navigator and the Ansible Execution Environment Builder, so we can create our execution environment on RHEL natively, instead of having to figure out how we do it as in Ubuntu or other platforms. We do have a use case, again with Ansible, that RHEL is not suited at all because it needs to talk to the AD controllers. Even though our RHEL servers are in AD, we cannot use the Ansible plugin unless we're on a Windows machine. Based on the amount of servers we have and the throughput it provides, I would say it's very positive. Personally, I've tried Ubuntu, CentOS, Fedora, Arch, Endeavor, and they all have their plus and their minus, but for business, I would definitely go with RHEL. Yes, the biggest thing about RHEL that makes it stand out for enterprise users is the support that we get from the vendor. Whereas with the other ones, you're basically left on your own. There's no official repo, there's no satellite for patching. You're very left on your own with the community. For the organization as a whole, that's hard to say. For my team, I would say the biggest feature that it provides is ease of use. The fact that we can connect multiple users at the same time, unlike Windows, which are limited to 2 users at a time, and the fact that it's very lightweight compared to a big Windows server. Yes. Yes. As far as I know, yes, but it was purchased before I joined the company, so who knows? Yes. Yes.